And welcome back to Ratchet Clank. Well, today we're going to take on the hoverbike race with a lot of the competition. These guys are really going to be hard to beat. A lot of you may be wondering why this is the case. Well, I never ever liked the hoverboard races. I just thought the hoverboards didn't control as well as the hoverbikes in the next game, and we're off to a great start, aren't we? God damn it. Well, you probably can say that you disagree with me, but you know what? I just don't care. Unfortunately though, I don't really like the hoverboard. The hoverbikes just feel a bit too slow, and I kind of like more speed in my racing. Whenever I want to do some racing, I just want more speed. Mod Nation Racers, which I actually am doing machinima for currently, it drives faster than this. Now, even a Marussia drives faster than this. And this is... I know a lot of you gotta disagree with me. This is just... I just didn't like these as much as the hoverbike races. And as for the difficulty, well, the handling doesn't seem that good. It just feels a little unnatural when you're using the analog stick. And when you're playing on the hoverbike for the first time, you can't do tricks or convert them into turbo as of yet until you've got these Platinum Zoomerator. Oh, and here's a music glitch. If whenever you restart, you actually go with the normal Blackwater City music, which is orchestrated as well. Yeah. I think I kind of like this better than the actual racing music. The racing music just feels a little too repetitive. I actually kind of like the hoverbike racing music better than in the second game, because David Beauregard is actually quite good. Beauregard. I actually kind of pronounced his name wrong. It's Beauregard. David Beauregard. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, why am I actually I'm actually re-recording this part audio track of the commentary, unfortunately, because yes, I actually experienced too much interruptions when I recorded the audio, which also played the last part, although I managed to cut it out, but it kind of caught me off guard and I got a little bit distracted, so unfortunately I had to cut the audio out. So I had to actually restart the recording of the audio and kind of redo it as well. Let's finish this already. Come on, let me win. Yes! Right. And once you win, you get a cutscene, which is going to happen now.
Hi folks, Captain Qwark here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey look, that's us!
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your Infobots to the Qwark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Qwark-tastic day!
Qwark-tastic day, along with a lot of those droning noises as well, with those engines, the transport engines. Okay, so with that being said, we're replaying the race because we got to get 2 skill points. One which is to get to finish the race in under 1 minute 35, which was originally in the PAL version. It's 1 minute 36. You have to, or under. Well, whilst in the American version, and in this version, you have to finish to 1 minute 35 or under. What I wonder if it's like the 60 hertz or the NTSC version, but it's 1 minute 35 in the HD version as well, apparently, because you can actually play this in 60 hertz. I kind of think this is like done in the NTSC settings. Oh, I don't know why I paused there. I thought I wanted to restart because I wanted to get all both skill points in one take, but unfortunately I kind of wasted so much time in getting any auto takes. And we got Twisty McMarx, which is the skill point called, which is a skill point, one of the two. Unfortunately, I spent so much takes trying to do this, get the time in under 1 minute 35, try to become a speed demon. It's kind of like the next game where in both the tracks you have to finish in under a certain amount of time in order to actually get that skill point. So you know what, I'm going to show you the end of that skill point without the audio track, commentary track I meant, and we're just going to jump cut straight to the next part of the actual thing which we have to go to Captain Qwark. So jump cutting. And welcome back. Why did I actually want to jump cut that part? Well, guess what? It was time for me to actually say this. I spent a lot of takes trying to actually get that skill point, and unfortunately I kept failing, so that's why I decided to cut those parts out and go straight to Captain Qwark. This also is accumulated in one of the most difficult parts of when I experienced it when I played the game as back in 2002 on PlayStation. Oh, and those droning noises. So you're actually going to go into a waterworks part. Well, reason for that is because we've got to do these puzzles, which requires you to get the Hydra Displacer from the Blarg Tactical Research Facility, in the last two parts. That's required if you want to get through this part, and in subsequent puzzles as well. The only puzzles I kind of don't like in this game is, of course, the trespasser puzzles, which is pretty much too much on the pretty complex side. It's not on the early ones aren't that bad, but it's the later ones I have a huge worry about, especially on the last part of the game. Anyway, I had to break that barrier in order to get through this part. And we still got the absolutely fantastic orchestrated, constructed music by Mr. Blarg War himself. Make sure we don't drown. Right. With that being said, we're going to go right to the part which I had trouble. And it's not just me that's had trouble with this one. I'm sure many people who played this game actually had trouble as well with this part. So we're going to jump on the switch and get through this part. And a change in music as well. And this one is more intense than the music in Blackwater City, the main music. And it's not just it's trying to get through this platforming part, which is pretty bad. It's not, and to make things worse, these Meat Boys can absolutely make things worse, just hinder you as well. Just really am very, very annoyed with this. This gave me trouble, and I know a certain friend of mine, Sassy Fraz, has also had problems with this. Well, I'm gonna try and see if I visit her one day. I might try and help her get through this part, because she's also got a copy of the game, I presume, and she's also had trouble with this. Come on, let's rise to the surface. Ugh, I barely did that. And I got out of there just as I'm gonna get up. I might as well have to face it that I'm gonna have to bribe a bouncer for a certain amount of bolts. And why is the air bubble meter still there? We've still got the droning noises of the engines again, of the transporters. Oh dear. So with that being said, we're gonna talk to this bouncer, and we have to pay him in order to see Captain Qwark.
Hey! Press conference is over. Captain Qwark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But sir, I'm sure the Captain Qwark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Qwark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance. You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Qwark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Qwark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This Infobot contains coordinates to Qwark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Qwark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you Qwarkly quick... Oh... Just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
And we got ourselves the coordinates to Qwark's base. The reason why I'm a bit annoyed is because we had to bribe that bouncer 4,000 bolts in order to actually see the captain. We've flipped the switch to get ourselves back in any time, so we can get. So if we go to Raceway Plaza, we can actually go back to that underwater section. But that's going to be much later on. That is because we've got another skill point to get, and of course another gold bolt, which is submerged underwater. We need the O2 mask to get through, but we're not going to do that until I've got something. I just want to do everything in one take when I return to any planet. Okay, so with that being said, let's go and take off to Planet Umbris, Qwark's base. Qwark's HQ. Let's go. Whee! Whoosh. Planet Umbris. And once we get out of our ship, we get a cutscene immediately.
Welcome to my challenge course. Now is your chance to prove yourself strong and brave, like me. Conquer it, and you'll join in my fight against evil.
Haven't we done enough already?
What? I can't hear you.
I said, haven't we done?
Sorry, still having trouble. Tell me later.
Later? We might be dead by then.
What?
All right, Clank, let's get going.
And we're going across this assault course. This one is this one can be a bit of a complete. This one can absolutely be incredibly annoying at times. This one is, and we got no new weapons from the Gadgetron vendor, so there's no point in actually buying anything at the moment. Sorry about that. Sorry about the breathing noise, but unfortunately I think I've got my mic close to my mouth, so I had to put it back. Now we got those bomb dispensing. So in this assault, of course, we've got bomb machines which can absolutely spin with bombs. We've got mines which whenever you get close will activate, and of course we have gun turrets. Now there are two types of gun turrets in the game. One which retracts, which is in the stage, and another which can be destroyed whenever you destroy them, which is on a later planet. The ones that retract are the whenever you hit, they will just retract for a few seconds before go back up again to dispense bullets, like that. Hit it again. Stay down. All a bit of techno as well. Nobody listens to techno nowadays, unless it's a revival nowadays. We're going to get rid of those bombs. So getting rid of those bombs this is actually a good opportunity to actually get some more bombs, because I'm not really intending to getting the mine glove until much later on. What's that noise? Get rid of more bombs. I think I'm wasting most of my blaster ammo as well. Oh, I missed one as well. Oh, I missed one. Yeah, better not be near it, so it won't get damaged. Oh, look at that! That looks like Jupiter. That planet looks like Jupiter. It's kind of absolutely amazing how the PS2 can have graphics like that back in the day. Although I'm playing the PS3 version, it still looks similar to that of the PS2. So some of the background graphics still look like the PS2. Kind of absolutely great how, surprising how Insomniac was able to upgrade the game graphical presentation of their games from the Spyro series, just to match the graphical standards of the 6th generation console and power of that of the PS2. I still think that Insomniac Games has dedication to that of the of video games that they have contracted with Sony and Mark Cerny's Cerny Games. Why is Ratchet looking like that? Very sternly. Must be something from the other side of that wall. Anyway, as you can probably tell, there's a checkpoint here. Now, here's one thing I can criticise this game for: lack of checkpoints. You see, in certain parts of which we'll be in later on, which you'll evidently see, there are not having much checkpoints can absolutely lead to a huge amount of frustration, and that's how this game got its infamy of not allowing anybody to have any checkpoints. Don't blow me up. Anyway, checkpoints are very scarce in this game. If you want to survive against everything, you have to do everything in one take in certain areas. Otherwise, if you don't get through, you'll have to start the area from the beginning of that stage or that part. And that's definitely a huge setback in one area, in one planet of the game, but that's going to come later on. I'm not going to spoil much for you because, in case you all know, it being an obvious answer. Anyway, the 3 switches I actually activated there actually leads me to a secret room to the level's first gold bolt. If you're wondering if there's any skill points in it, unfortunately there isn't. You can't get any skill points in this stage. This is the only stage aside from Velden's first part, the beginning stage of Velden, to not have a skill point. Anyway, we've got some turrets to take care of in this part. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And they're really shooting off a ton of their bullets. This is really going to be this is going to be a hard part. Something tells me it's really going to be a long LP, this one is. Right. I'm not going to smash these boxes until I got that. And I did it barely. Managed to open the door and hit the switches in the right order. Barely. You have to hit 3 switches in order to open doors. And those switches will come into another later planet. Well, before that planet I aforementioned. Come on. I need to get through. Once I get through to that door, I'm going to end this part because it's going to take too long. I'm actually going to consider cutting this part, this planet up in half. So the second half, I'm going to get the boss battle done. Smash these boxes and then take a break. Right, let's pause it here. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time for when we take on the second half of Qwark's HQ and, of course, the boss of the game, of that level. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.